possibility.
Oh, okay.
About the numismatic gold coins like the double eagles, etc., pre-1933. Where have all the coins come from since they were supposed to have been turned into the government back in the 1930s? Did the government release these coins in the market, or are these coins that are not turned in and now are in circulation? Where do your suppliers get their coins, and how do they, and were they getting any of these old coins from the government in the recent past? Now let's go back on your question, because let's take it in pieces. Numismatic coins like the double eagles, etc., pre-33, where did all these coins come that were supposed to have been turned into the government back in the 30s?
Well, they come from the European banks because the gold coins were used to pay off our debt. And so the banks, the buyers go over to the various European banks, and they acquire and buy the coins from them. They exchange them. My buyers told me, like in the late 80s and early 90s, that they used to go to one bank and walk out, excuse me, with 50 bags of coins. He says now you have to go to 50 banks, to find a bag of coins. So the coins are being absorbed through the purchasing here in the States, and it is becoming more and more difficult to find the coins in any bulk. So
that's absolutely correct, and most of those coins are not being bought in the United States. They're being bought outside the United States, particularly in Europe. And that paucity of gold coins of all kinds is worldwide. I mean, you go to Buenos Aires and try to get gold coins, forget it. You might be able to get 2 or 3 at a time. Mexico City, I don't think there's many kicking around in Riga and Latvia either, or in Athens and Greece. And so people are questioning the value of their currencies. Do you want to say something, dear? I have the rest of this question yet.
No, I just had to clear my throat.
Okay. Did the government release these coins on the market, or were these coins turned in? I've seen two varying figures, and the government thinks that in 1934-5 that about 40% of the coins were turned in. I have had other professionals tell me 25%. And so some of the coins have come from there. But, when you have numismatic coins, and a lot of them are given as gifts, and, I got the first BU St. Gardens that I ever bought. I paid $47 for it in 1960. And I'll never sell it. It'll be passed on when I leave. Either it'll go to pay for the casket, one or the other. But I'm not getting rich with doing what I'm doing, believe me. I give too much money away to people. But anyway, that's where those coins come from. A lot of them weren't turned in, and the remainder was sent to pay off debts primarily in Europe. And for years and years and years, those numismatic coins have come from Europe.
Yes.
And I think that really covers it. And thank you, Nicholas. And your turn, dear. What do you got?
My turn.
I kind of scooped you today.
Yeah, you did.
I'm looking at some other ones here. I get some more emails here. I'm trying to see if there's any more questions.
This person has an account in Ireland at Allied Irish Bank, and he's just wondering how safe it is.
Well, it was just taken over by the Irish government yesterday. So you hit the jackpot. And you got a piece of the old sod, as they say. And I think it'll be fine. I see nothing wrong with it. The government's taken it over. The question is, will Ireland go bankrupt? There's a good possibility it will. Do you want to be safer? You can pull the money out and take it home and put it in gold and silver coins in the United States and put it in the safe in your house or bury it in the backyard. Or you might want to open up an account in Switzerland and fill out a W-9 form for the U.S. government and have an account over there, seeing you have a foreign account now. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. But it all depends on your situation. You may be carrying an Irish passport, which is an EU passport. And so that's kind of hard to answer. So if you want more detail, you just email me and include your phone number, and we'll discuss it.
The U.S. dollar seems to be getting stronger against the Swiss franc, euro, and British pound. Michael has heard Jim Willey say that the U.S. dollar could weaken by 30% in one day. He also heard others say that the other currencies are in worse shape than the U.S. dollar. So in your opinion, do you see the U.S. dollar continuing to rise against the Swiss franc and euro?
Absolutely not. Everybody's got problems. You've just seen that in Eastern Europe, the Balkans, and then in Greece. Those riots are going to continue all over the world for the next 10 or 15 years. There will be revolutions in half the countries in the world. Half the governments in the world will be overthrown. So get ready for it. And so this is not just some or a couple of isolated incidents. This is the real thing. The dollar is having the last of its hiatus. $150 billion was brought into the United States by international corporations over the last 4 weeks, and that's one of the reasons at the end of the scheme, so to speak, of other reasons that the dollar's been strong. The dollar went from 88 in the USDX down to 79, and magically, Melody is going to tell us what the WDX is right now.
Magically, it is 85.72.
There you go. It could go as high as 87 or 88 again, but it's already filled the technical gap. So I see it faltering somewhere in here, and then it's over. So the dollar is in serious trouble. Most currencies in the world are in serious trouble. I think the euro is going to break up, the eurozone. I talk about it in my next issue. In fact, I was writing about it when I had to break it off so that we could be on the radio today. And of all the currencies, the major currencies, what's the best one? It's the Swiss franc. Do not touch the British pound. It is in serious trouble. They are bankrupt. And the United States is bankrupt as well. And that's why we're trying to get you out of your dollars and into gold and silver coins. ASAP.
The best currency is gold.
That's it.
Period.
The golden diva knows all.
Hey, would you please, someone wants you to discuss the importance of the velocity of money.
Too technical on this program. Can't do it. But what it means is it's the turnover and the usage of money. And I can't go any further than that because it's all technical. It's a very hard question. It's just like explaining derivatives on the radio. You just can't do it. So I'm sorry. Forgive me. I do the best I can, and I don't know everything.
This has been from Russ. He understands the fractional reserve system where a bank with assets of $1 million can loan out $10 or $20 or even $50 million. It seems crooked, but he understands the idea. It's like floating checks. Enough will come in for one to cover the failure of another or something like that. However, when listening to these late-night economic shows on shortwave, they all seem to be locked into the idea that these $20 or $50 million in loans are real and must be repaid, or life as we know it will end. He says, what gives? I mean, apart from the first million, everything else was created with a keystroke. It isn't real. So why must it be repaid? He doesn't understand this.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And he was hoping that you could help.
Well, the way it's going to be repaid is via default. And everybody on the inside knows that. You people out there in the general public, they're not going to tell you that. But every currency in the world, everyone will default in varying degrees. The U.S. dollar they might give you one new one for 10 old ones. The British pound, they might give you half of 1 pound for 10 old ones. The Swiss franc, which is the stronger currency, they might give you 7 new ones for 10 old ones, and so on and so forth. Every fiat currency is in trouble. Now, there are countries that have gold. Germany, France. How much Italy has remains to be seen because they've been leasing it. And the French have been leasing too, but they had a lot of gold. The Swiss have 1,040 tons, and that's verifiable. We don't know what the United States has got. I've been told by people on the inside they don't have any. I've been told that they still have a little bit left.